Subscribe to Film Companion for your film fix. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.
Women telling women stories. This film has destroyed me, by the way.
अच्छा, आप लोगों की एज क्या थी जब आपने फर्स्ट टाइम किया था?
Hey guys, my name is Sucharita. This is Film Companion. You're watching Not a Movie Review, and right now I am not going to be reviewing The Sky is Pink.
ना तो मुझे तुम्हें कुछ प्रूव करना है ना किसी और को. तुम भाड़ में जा सकते हो.
Mid-90s का time है. A young couple are faced with the tough decision of unplanned pregnancy and how to deal with it considering certain health risks are involved. The husband doesn't want the child. The wife, a new Christian, doesn't want to abort. The child, Aisha, comes into the world with a rare condition, SCID, severe combined immunodeficiency, and her whole life is now on borrowed time, struggling to extend each day to complete its full 24 hours. The trailer didn't do this film much justice, to be honest. Even when in the movie, the family is fighting young Aisha's diagnosis hyper aggressively, asking for money on radio shows, literally running between hospitals, trying to keep their heads together, it's still very sensitive, tender, which the trailer was not. देखो आपका subject matter है manipulative, जिसको देखकर रोना आना ही है. You will miss your parents watching this film, your siblings. In 2019, especially my generation, where we are just so focused on ourselves, our careers, our ambition, any slight mention of family also is enough to start a waterfall of tears. ऐसे में, when one of the leads in the film is gradually dying also in front of you, how do you deal with that with an honesty which doesn't make the film seem like a desperate attempt at extracting tears? Let Shonali Bose tell you how. You deal with it with the truth. You show the ugly, you show the dark, but you also show the humanity of it. Right from the husband saying to his wife कि body तुम्हारी है, decision भी तुम्हारा ही होगा, to neither of them being painted as the bad guy when things begin to go horribly wrong. And she leaves it up to the audience to decide if the decision these families took on behalf of this child was the right one. और अगर आप इस position में होते तो आप क्या करते? Excellent casting choice, by the way. Priyanka Chopra and Farhan Akhtar, two names who develop an interest in the audience in a time such as this, जब theaters में attract करने के लिए कुछ ऐसे नाम चाहिए. They both have the longest, most complicated arcs in the film and have maximum screen time, and they play off of each other so beautifully. Even when Priyanka is a version of the manic pixie dream girl you see in films, slow motion में हंस रही है, बाल खोलकर छत की धूप में भाग रही हैं, it doesn't feel that कि यहाँ जबरदस्ती लगाया हुआ है, क्योंकि that is not all that her character is limited to. In fact, this life-loving woman is only shown to you in glimpses to create a stark contrast with what the reality actually changes to. You don't see her gradually turn into a 50-year-old depressed woman, you see her suddenly become that. In fact, the first shot of Priyanka Chopra in this film has her in close-up, she's on bed, and she's got deep, deep dark circles under her eyes. Oh bro, PC sells it. Nobody can cry, frankly laugh like my girl. A phenomenally moving and effective performance. Priyanka makes her character Aditi so real, so strong, like she's very flawed, touchable. It's a pleasure to watch her perform, Farhan Akhtar as the grieving father, Nirain is here in his career best performance by far in my opinion. A man fighting to not let traditional masculinity take over and dictate how men are supposed to grieve. But also at the same time, he has to keep a brave face and go make money for his daughter's treatment because the wife घर पे बच्चों का ध्यान रख रही है लंदन में. जब उसके एंगर के आउटबर्स्ट भी होते हैं ना निरेन के, they are entirely understandable. Him aware as an actor, Farhan Akhtar, how deeply complicated and the weird situation his character is in. PC के साथ back and forth भी बहुत सटीक है. They are really adorable together. And that's what the film also is. It's adorable. हालांकि at its core ये tragedy है, but treatment इसके comedy में rooted है. Massive credit to Shonali Bose for hiring Mikey McCleary and his unique music for background score. When you see a dead person in a coffin and you hear upbeat celebratory music rise up on a sharp note, the blow is softened and yet its impact enhanced at the same time. It's very, very refreshing to not hear the usual and expected Bollywood sad music begin to play every time something sad is happening or about to happen. Zaira, Wasim, in yet another extremely intelligently carried out performance, shoulders a lot of the heavy lifting in the second half of the film when you see a grown-up Aisha trying to navigate teenage and young adulthood. Heartbreak, school, coming to terms with her own mortality. बहुत सारे expectations there from this young actor and she's as amazing as well you'd expect. I have to admit, जब ये film voice over से शुरू हुई, I was a little skeptical क्योंकि more often than not voice over एक आसान जरिया बन जाता है filmmaker के लिए कहानी को जल्दी-जल्दी आगे बढ़ाने के लिए, a cop out. पर शोनाली बोस और राइटर्स जूही चतुर्वेदी, नीलेश मणियार यूज करते हैं इस वॉइस ओवर को काफी स्मार्टली एज अ पार्ट ऑफ द स्क्रीन प्ले इंस्टेड ऑफ एज एन आफ्टर थॉट. क्योंकि स्टोरी टेलिंग लीनियर नहीं है, फॉरवर्ड बैकवर्ड कुछ नहीं है. इट स्टेज फ्रेश बिकॉज इट्स अनप्रिडिक्टेबल कि व्हाट पार्ट ऑफ द लाइफ विल वी गेट टू नो अबाउट नेक्स्ट. इट जंप्स थ्रू टाइम, आगे पीछे कभी भी, एंड बिटवीन चांदनी चौक, लंदन, छतरपुर, ऑलमोस्ट कॉन्स्टेंटली एवरी फ्यू सीन्स. ऐसे में वॉइस ओवर बांधे रखता है स्टोरी को और याद दिलाता रहता है कि इवेंचुअली कहानी आगे बढ़ रही है, आप तब तक इन्वेस्टेड रहो इन किरदारों के साथ। एंड इन्वेस्टेड आई वाज इन द फिल्म, इन Aisha's older brother played by a heartbreaking Rohit Suresh Saraf, and the overwhelming message of empathy, kindness and generosity of spirit this film has. The treatment and intention here is not to manipulate you into crying, it's celebration, which is what sets it apart. लेकिन रोई में काफी लोग रो रहे थे, तो पॉपकॉर्न प्लेन खरीदना सॉल्टेड वो हो ही जाएगा।
Get it?
So on a scale of 1 to 10, the sky is pink is 2 days तक जब इस पिक्चर की प्रमोशन कर रही थी प्रियंका चोपड़ा जोनस, स्काई पिंक थी मुंबई शहर की पूरी ना। That's not a sign, I don't know what is. Film Companion, by the way, has jumped onto the binge watch bandwagon. Have you checked out Off the Page? Subscribe कीजिए YouTube चैनल को, पता चलेगा बहुत सही है।